U.S. President Donald Trump is using a page from his old election playbook with a baseless conspiracy theory about presumptive Democratic VP nominee Kamala Harris.
I just heard that. I heard it today that she doesn't meet the requirements. And by the way, the lawyer that wrote that piece is a very highly qualified, very talented lawyer. I have no idea if that's right. I would have assumed the Democrats would have checked that out before she gets chosen to run for vice president.
You'll remember Trump started his first campaign with a racist birtherism allegation against U.S. President Barack Obama. And the disinformation and the distraction has continued, this time to divert attention from his trailing numbers and apparent plan to make it more difficult for Americans to vote by mail. As Jennifer Johnson reports, critics call it an attempt at voter suppression.
As Americans await another round of COVID-19 financial relief, a bill in the House has hit a roadblock. U.S. President Donald Trump. In the bill, emergency funding for the U.S. Postal Service to handle millions of mail-in ballots for the November election. The president claims without proof that will lead to fraud.
Millions and millions of mail-in ballots, because they can be forged. They can be captured. They can be taken.
Yet President Trump and the First Lady have requested mail-in ballots to vote in next Tuesday's primary election in Florida. Democrats, too, are claiming fraud after the president appointed a major donor to the Trump Victory Fund, Louis DeJoy, as Postmaster General. They claim he immediately put in cost-cutting measures to delay mail delivery.
He seems to have been put in to destroy the post office and certainly make it much harder to conduct a fair election.
Longtime Postal Service workers say mail delivery has been disrupted after DeJoy took over in June.
So for us to have to completely change the culture of the Postal Service was very disheartening.
A judge in Pennsylvania has asked the Trump campaign for proof of potential fraud after officials there and in 46 other states were warned by the U.S. Postal Service it can't guarantee all ballots cast by mail for the election will arrive in time to be counted. Experts say there's never been evidence of widespread fraud and question the president's motives.
You have a president who is clearly saying we may not be able to trust the results of the election this November, giving himself the possibility that he might challenge the result if he's defeated.
In 2016, nearly a quarter of Americans mailed in their ballots, yet the president did not question the outcome of that election. But as he trails presumptive U.S. Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden in recent polls, the president has ramped up his rhetoric on the integrity of this election. The Postal Union announced Friday it's endorsing Biden, warning the very survival of the U.S. Postal Service is at stake. Jennifer Johnson, Global News, Washington.